Hey, I'm Kiernan, and what you just saw was my demo with a fully installed Sustainiac on my SPECTOR bass. Before we get started, I'd like to thank you all for checking out my last Sustainiac video. 30,000 views. That's crazy. So also thank you for all the suggestions about the battery problem that I was having. Turns out I was using the wrong batteries. I was using batteries that were not lithium ion. But yeah, nevertheless, thank you for that. Thank you for the support on the last video, and I hope you enjoyed this one. So in today's video, I am going to be walking you through a step-by-step process with behind-the-scenes footage of how my dad and I installed this Sustainiac in our garage. I'm going to talk about how we did it, what I like to do with it, what it can and can't do, and then we'll finish the video off with another demo. My dad and I got together and we made some plans. He's a smart guy, he did all the measuring, I did all the drawings. There's a 1-to-1 scale, you can see the neck here, Sustainiac hole right there, all the dimensions, and then the neck pickup. And then we had the battery pack. Our next step was to make the templates. We needed to make custom templates because of the curvature of the bass body. I'll show you, SPECTOR basses are not flat.
2 3/8, 1 3/16.
Oh, you're pretty good. Yeah.
It's like an inch and a half. Or it might be power. And you be careful with it.
Sweet. Look at that. Once both of our templates were finished, it was time to mount them onto the bass body and start routing.
They're doing this. When in reality, the world has no power over you.
That's quarter-inch radius.
Just the sound of...
We're done. Yeah, that looks great. It went perfectly. There wasn't any chipping, there wasn't any flaws at all, and we were totally stoked about it. Next step I did all by myself was the control switches in front of the body. That was simple. I just drilled a bunch of holes and made them fit. They happened to be in the right place, which is awesome.
Monologue is just voicing thoughts in your head. It's not the conversation.
Why did I tell him he was immortal? Because he's not. He just thinks he is.
It's I mean, you talk like, okay, so if they had a pill, let's say
Things happen in that. Yeah, I haven't seen it. You click 3 Death, 3 Furious.
It was just hours and hours of wiring and tinkering and, you know, poking and prodding at things that I didn't quite understand. The Sustainiac seemed to be, like, alive. Because every little thing you would do to it, whether you were wiring or even if you moved the pieces around, it would change the function of the Sustainiac entirely, which is wild. So I'm no expert on electricity or electronics, and so this was a first for me. You're probably wondering, why is your Sustainiac mounted like this with no screws instead of this with screws? Well, it's a simple design choice that turned out in our favor. As you can see on my bass, the KAHLER TREMOLO and the BARTOLINI pickups are seamless. They don't have any outside screws. I wanted the same to the Sustainiac. If we would have done it with the screws on the outside, the big mounting plate, it would have destroyed the whole process because the bass has hollowed out wings. for weight relief. Absolutely wild stuff. But all that said and done, it works. I can play it. And right now I'm going to show you how it works and some of the techniques that I like to play on it. So let's have a look. I'm going to keep how it works pretty brief because I explained most of it in my previous Sustainiac video. So if you want more details, you can go there or you can go to their website. But basically it just creates a magnetic current that vibrates the string based on input from your bridge pickup. So if I play a tone, bridge pickup's picking it up and sending it to your Sustainiac and vibrating the string. As far as I'm aware, that's how that works. But here's some of the techniques that I like to use. I love the tremolo swell kind of thing. I don't really know what to call it, but dip down with a tremolo, grab the note, pull it back up, back to neutral. Sort of that nice Steve Vai kind of lick. I love that. There's also volume swells that I really love. It kind of sounds like Eddie Van Halen, especially with the delay. It's beautiful. With chords as well, it's really cool. You know, it's like a choir almost. I can also pick apart chords and use one of the notes for legato, like this. Right? I just let go of the other notes. You know, super fun. Also, just basic legato with a Sustainiac on is really fun as well. You know, awesome stuff. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, thanks for your support on the previous video. It was really cool to see 30,000 views and all the comments. And speaking of support, I have made new ways to support me in my Linktree. You know, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, whatever, you name it. I enjoyed this adventure. You know, one thing I learned from this was there's always hope. I mean, there was times when I was working on this bass that I just thought, you know, this is it, I really messed up this time, or, you know, there's no going back, but there was always another opportunity to fix it, try again, keep going. So, you know, there's always hope. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. You know, Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, they're all dead. I remain.